What is good, guys? It's ClarkieCollector back with a new video today, and it's that time of the month where my big box arrives from the States of goodies from a good friend out there who I ship stuff to. Most of you know that I collect in a somewhat semi-obscure way in that I track some stuff down in the States and then get it all sent in bulk over to me sort of once or twice a month. But this is a big haul that's been ongoing over the past month and a half to 2 months that I've got stuff from my buddy in the US, and this came today. So I did have it open, had a brief check to make sure it was all okay, but kind of just checked that it was all there and then boxed it back up as I had a busy afternoon this afternoon. So gonna go through what we got. There's some really cool stuff in here, some UK firsts as well, which is quite cool. Probably not, but in our little community, I'm sure I'm one of the only people who've got these. So very fortunate, very lucky, and we'll go into more detail in that shortly. So let's get to it. Right, let's get into this. It's quite a lot to go through, so let's see what we got. I can barely remember some of it. So first up, we've got a mint on the card, Owen Shyster. I wanted this figure to go with my tag team collection, to go with the $1 Million Man. So I've kept an eye out on eBay for a while. Lots of loose figures, missing accessories and stuff like that. So for my cat's coming in the room, going for about 12 to 13 pounds, which is nonsense when this has been in B&M for like £7 a little while ago. Tough to get, but you know, they come and go. So found him on ebay.com for £4, so I was happy with that. So I picked him up and got him to go with $1 Man for my tag collection. So I'm happy with that. Obviously his mock comes with all the bits, so happy days. All right. Next up, we've got Red Edge. That's quite an interesting face scan, isn't it? He's seen better days, to be honest, but for the price point I got him, I was debating fixing him up or getting someone to fix him up. Was going to use him for a custom, but I didn't realise he had all the tattoos and stuff. So either way, it would be cool on display. Cost me about £2 with the jacket. I wasn't aware he came with a jacket either, which was cool. So there he is. Like I say, he's seen better days, but I've seen him go for silly money in relatively good condition. When the jacket's on and stuff, you won't see any of that. So it's very minor, but for the price, next up, we got Retrofest Honky Tonk Man. I did actually have this figure, and I got this in a bulk deal with some of the other mock stuff that's in this box. So I basically got a duplicate. So I sold this a little while ago to my good friend Adan, who wanted the figure. So I effectively got it twice and just let the loose one go, and then got a mock one here to come with the collection. So some of these figures are still carded because I got my guy in the US to send them over to me, so he sent them over and just basically run out of time and just boxed them all up. So this is kind of mock, but it's never been opened, never touched. So, but yeah, wicked Honky Tonk Man figure. I like this one. Cat's back in the frame. This is not your box to eat, is it, kitty? No. Wicked figure. Again, just a duplicate, so I sold the one I had and then got a nice minty fresh one here. So really? Really, you're going to do that while I'm doing this? Cool, on to the next. Right, the next box one is the WWE Shop exclusive Hardy Boys. Now, I was really torn on what I was going to do with these, because I actually ironically got these for customs. But I've seen that this goes for crazy money, and they are pretty cool as they are. I might do some head swaps on them. I was debating putting the new basic True Effects head scans on them, just to make them a bit better, because those face scans are pretty pants. Especially Matt, jeez. But yeah, this is like $60. Crazily, I found this on eBay, just again searching through. I do a daily search quite regularly for elites on eBay, and came across this with a load of other weird random stuff, like some loose stands, some the backboards that come with figures, a Finn Balor embroidered sticker, a pack of Uno WWE cards and some other stuff that all came together, but this was obviously what I wanted. The guy had it up for a beginning bid of like $20 with a best offer. So I sent him a best offer of 22 and he accepted, and I was like, sweet. So this is a nice piece. I'm really torn if I'm going to open it or if I'm going to just keep it mock or maybe sell it on, because they're cool. I got them for customs, but now I'm kind of undecided, but we'll see how I go. Maybe I'll rip them open and we'll go from there. So yeah, cool for like $22. So what's that, like £16? Absolutely crazy. A lot of people ask me how I do it. I genuinely don't know. It is luck of the draw, luck of the game sometimes, and just making best offers, and obviously being in the States, having someone to send to is really helpful. So shouts to my guy, he knows who he is. Love you, bro. It's really cool that you helped me do this. So yeah, an absolute bargain on this one, and one I'm torn about because I do like this old school Elite packaging as well. So sweet. On to the next one. Up next, we've got a load of flashback Elites. So there's a bit of a story behind these. I managed to get all of them effectively mock. The 3 of them came together with that Honky Tonk Man figure, and the other 3 I had to make an offer on to basically get Shawn Michaels, who was also mock. So weirdly came across basically getting 2 sets. So I have actually decided to keep, well, I am keeping 1 set for myself. I'll basically choose the worst ones of the boxes, like this one's pretty bad, to open for myself. And then I'll keep the better ones that I've got of the 2, which I'll send to the people who've bought them. So here we got Alundra Blaze, pretty cool figure. I actually like this Flashback Elite series. It's a shame that Season 3 just was pretty much impossible for everyone to get. Season 1 is out there, but pricey on eBay. You're back, aren't you? Yeah. Season 3, other than Harley and who's the other one? Jake the Snake, who I showed the other day. Austin and Ricky Steamboat are pretty scared, but Harley, absolutely impossible. And it was weird because they said that the Flashback series didn't do as well in the US that they thought they would, so they kind of canned it. But if you can't get them, then what are you supposed to do? So, Alundra Blaze, really cool figure. We've got 2 of those. Then we've got Doink, again, 2 of these. Really cool figure. I like this. I think this is meant to be face Doink. I'd be interested to see the Heartbreak Hotel setup. That's interesting. So yeah, we've got Doink for face attire. Really cool figure. I've got the other Doink, but this is like a 95 Doink. Don't know if his hair comes off like the original Doink or if it's the same head. But I just like these Flashback Elites. I thought they were really cool. There's the back there. It comes with a little playset, which is interesting. I like these when I saw them, and just, like I said, jumped to them when I got them for the price. So we got 2 Doinks as well. Again, I'll just do the same. The person who bought the other one will have the nicer of the 2. And we got, obviously, Razor. Again, I like Razor. I actually watched the episode of Superstars the other day where he was wearing this attire, and it was like, oh, there it is. Because I hadn't actually seen it. So, another cool figure. I like Razor. Everyone loves Razor, right? The back guy. Comes with a toothpick. I don't know if this is the same head scan that's on the WrestleMania 35 figure. It might be. But these figures, I remember when I went to Retro Shop in November, they were like 40 quid each. And it was just like, I really wanted them, but I just can't warrant £40 on these figures. And the annoying thing is that in the US, if you can find them in certain Targets and Walmart, they were like $4. Obviously all dried up now, but even here, I mean, they're crazy to get hold of and crazy money. So grabbed those. So we got 2 of those bad boys. I can see the last one, the last piece of the puzzle. So this is the, you're wondering what these are. This is the, oh Christ, the Shawn Michaels from the Flashback Elite series as well. So this one is as he is. It's really cool. I like the attire. This was like the Heartbreak Hotel with Diesel attire. So this is a really cool figure. Like the plain basic white and red attire with the black knee pads and the white kick pads and stuff. So really awesome likeness to Shawn. And Cat's really going to jump in this box any minute. Don't knock any figures over. Get out of there. This is what I have to contend with. Get out of there, please. Thank you. You just eat the box instead. A really cool likeness to Shawn. I like this era of Shawn Michaels, and like I say, I got a decent deal. A decent deal on these ones to get him. So I basically made an offer to get Shawn, and then got the others bundled in as like a group order. So yeah, Flashback Elite Shawn Michaels, really cool figure. I like how he looks, and I'll chuck him with Big Sexy at some point. Maybe do a little display with the Heartbreak Hotel set and see how they look. So yeah, that's the first one. Right, who we got next? So up next we've got, this isn't for me, this is for a buddy of mine. NXT Series 1 Seth Rollins, one of the unicorns of this collection. Absolute craziness. I remember getting this figure for £20 in my local Argos and thinking, I don't really collect these, so I'll give it to a friend. This one just became hugely sought after. I don't know why. It's a cool figure, it's huge, it's Triple H body on him. But yeah, he just become really sought after and wanted. So I managed to get this for my buddy Liam Tynan, who wanted this one. So I picked him up in my order and just got him sent over at the same time. So he's in there somewhere in my NXT set, hidden at the back because he's Series 1. But yeah, cool head scale on this one. I like his attire as well, it's pretty cool. nice decals and stuff. So NXT Season 1, Seth Rollins for my buddy. That'll be sent out to you soon, mate, along with your other stuff. So we've all seen this one before. Next up, who have we got? Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, whatever you want to call him. This is the grey attire. I basically got this figure because I wanted to do a custom set of Eminem. So I already had have a grey Mondo somewhere over there. There he is. He's on the middle shelf there. Now I've got two of the same figure, so I can basically make Eminem and I can chuck a either a Jax, what's his name, Joey Mercury head on there, or maybe get the new Joey Mercury head from the J&J Security set, but they've got earplugs in, so I'm not too sure. But another cool figure. John Morrison's figures seem to be rocketing up. People really want them. It's weird. The other one I got was like £4, and this one cost me 16. It's just the way it goes. Sometimes you bid on something and they go for more than you want. So, little fun fact: that's the same body that Seth Rollins had, and we all know that Seth Rollins isn't as big as John Morrison. So, but otherwise, that's a cool figure. I don't think he ever came with any accessories. If he did, never mind. But yeah, he'll be part of a custom set. I'll get some jackets from Ralph's, and that'll be one of my projects. So yeah, John Morrison, cool, the little boot furry things, and yeah, sweet. And up next, again, another UK rare one. This one, this is the retro Ric Flair Hasbro-esque figure. People jumping up and down for this. I don't know if it got released here or not, but it's a little rare one. So again, pure chance. Saw this on eBay, was browsing. I always do a daily search for retros as well, for Reigns and Macho Man and Kevin Owens and stuff. So wanted Ric Flair. Mad crazy, just put in a best offer of $10 and the guy took it. You know, it's mental. I've seen this go for like 40 or 50 plus, let alone mint on the card. He was mint on the card. We all know I don't collect mint on the card stuff really. So I got my buddy to open him. But yeah, Ric Flair retro, pretty cool. Interesting face. Looks like he's about to have a stroke or pass out. Or unless this is, yeah, weird. But yeah, cool figure. Go up there with the retros. Christ, when you see it with like that, it's a lot, isn't it? My cat is back in the room again. But yeah, Ric Flair retro, really cool, Pete. Hey, that isn't yours, is it? Is that yours? No, neither is that. Ric Flair retro, in really good condition, obviously, because it's come straight out of the packet. So he'll go out there with my retro pieces, and yeah, we'll keep searching for that elusive Roman Reigns, because we will get him. We're almost done. What have we got next? Let's do this one. So this one is the Entrance Greats Jeff Hardy. This is a really cool figure. I actually got this to do a custom for my basic WrestleMania 17 Jeff Hardy, and then I got it in and was like, oh, it's actually really good. So I may have to get another one and keep this one, because I actually really like this figure now, even though I thought in pictures it looked awful. But the head on it is really cool. I like the face paint and stuff, and obviously the t-shirt. It's frustrating because the arms are perfect. It does have all of his tattoos and stuff, so I'm actually tempted that I might get a Elite 67 Jeff for that other custom and keep this, because obviously it's got all the boots and stuff, but it's actually really cool. So I'm kind of gutted, but I got it again, absolutely crazy. So this was on eBay Canada, of all places, and the guy had it up with a best offer. I think it was starting bid of $10. I put in a best offer of like $20, thinking no, he's not going to take that. He rejected it, so I went down to 17, which was, I thought that's not bad. He took it and then realised it was 17 Canadian dollars, so it worked out like 11 US dollars, which is about £9, £8, which for this, he's got the sound box as well somewhere. I think this is my kitchen, but for this, again, it was mint on the card, so I got my guy to open it up for me. But this is really cool. I really like it. The t-shirt's sweet as well. It's actually a fabric shirt, and yeah, it's just really cool. Again, it was going to be used for a custom, but here we are. We're just stuck with another one. So yeah, Entrance Greats Jeff Hardy, wicked figure. Really cool detail as well. I really like him. So right, let's keep going. What we got next? I totally forgot about this one. He was in a Jiffy bag on his own, weirdly. Not in the bag that he's in now, but he's in with 3 other figures that I don't want. But he come in a bulk deal. Oh, sorry, mate. He come in a bulk deal with 2 other Bam Bam WCW figures that I'm going to sell because I don't collect those. But I already got the 95 Bam Bam, and I was after this Legends Bam Bam, 93-esque, 80s-esque Bam Bam Bigelow. So I got him in a bundle deal with 2 other figures and some other stuff, and yeah, wicked figure. I've always been a big... My cat's going mental. Always been a big Bam Bam Bigelow fan, so again, this was a best offer deal and the guy took it. I think it ended up being about $17, which is about £14. So wicked detail on him as well. I like the attire, toes and stuff, and his head toes are really cool. Great likeness to Bam Bam, and obviously legend figures are always good to have. So Legends Bam Bam to go with the other one. So yeah, I wanted this figure for ages. A little bit of a funny backstory behind Bam Bam Bigelow's for me, but we'll come into that in another story. But yeah, shouts to Liam, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, finally got the pair of them. That's done. I can relax and I can rest on that now. Sound box is in the box as well, so just the usual stuff. I hated that theme. But the usual deal with those. You know how they are. I don't really use these because who cares? Ric Flair stand. Yeah, whatever. And then we got the last 4, which is the best. Save the best for last, right? But we'll look at this because that's funny. That'll be interesting setup. Maybe I'll put it up there. Who knows? Pretty cool though. I mean, it's decent. It's nice they added something different into the set. To set it off, so I'll get the rest out of the box and maybe I'll do a little display at the end of the video. So this little lot was fun and games. Obviously if you're watching this video you're probably a collector like I am, and some of you are in the US and some of you are in the UK. There's been fun and games with Pete Dunne being somewhat readily available and not readily available in the US. Absolutely impossible to get here. And there is a new series that's out in the US that even the people in the US are having absolute nightmares tracking down. So I saw these way back in November at the Wrestle Shop when they were in prototype form. We've had fun and games with the first 3 seasons in the UK of these, with Argos basically screwing us over because the 3rd series did so badly they've canned them. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the NXT Series 4 set. I'm really happy to have got these. I want to give shouts out to a few people on each one that basically enabled me to get them. So first up, we've got Killian Dane. He's fresh out of the box. He's still got his little the little rubber tags on his mask and stuff. So Killian Dane I got from eBay. I did a best offer with a guy on there of $35, I believe, which is about £27. He accepted, which it's difficult because obviously there's a risk that these figures are going to come to the UK and they're going to be you know in Argos for 20 quid, or well, I doubt it now obviously, or they're going to come and B&M are going to get them or something. Who knows? At this stage, no one's got any idea what's going on with these figures here because the Argos situation ruined it for everyone, and then the eBay scalping Best Buy situation of people running to Target buying full, you know, six figures of everyone has kind of done it, and scalpers put them on eBay. So with this one, I lucked out. I put in a best offer. The guy accepted. I got it. It came mock to my buddy in the US, and he opened them up, and here he is. So I'm trying to talk here. Really important stuff, and you ruin it. So yeah, he's an awesome figure. I liked him as soon as I saw the prototype. Many people have said that they're not happy on the face scan, but we'll come back to that later when I review all 4 of them together. But yeah, Killian Dane, the first one, absolutely sick. Can't wait to have all of Sanity in my collection. Again, I saw all of the Sanity figures at the Wrestle Shop in November last year and was like, I have to have them. So this is one of 4. The other 2 are in the works, and don't get me started on Alexander Wolf because that's not going to be fun. The cat is really interested in cardboard. Killian Dane, so sick. Kind of disbelief I've actually got him really in my hand. So one of 4 of NXT Seasons 4. Let's keep going. So, actually no, next one, we'll go with this one. So I'm going to give shouts to my buddy Sean, who basically there is a huge thread over on wrestlingfigs.com about this series of people just having absolute nightmares getting hold of them, signing up to Target, notifications, by the time they wake up they're gone, people going in and buying whole boxes. So anyway, I reached out to a few people on Wrestling Figs forum thinking, well, maybe someone can help me. Most people don't because I'm in the UK. It's difficult for people in the US to help. Sean messaged me back saying he had a spare Ruby Riot, and I was like, okay, what are you asking for it? And he was like, it's cool, you're a fellow collector, I'll do it at retail because I've got a spare one and I'm happy to help. So massive shouts to you, buddy. I can't thank you enough for enabling me to get these figures here in the UK effectively kind of before anyone else, or before other stores get them and charge, extortionate amounts, or scalpers on eBay get them. I mean, like I said, there is that risk that they'll come to the UK. Who knows? They may appear in Smiths in 3 months and they'll be 20 quid each, and you just go, yeah, it is what it is. But I didn't pay above and beyond on this figure. He charged me the retail, which was $20 US. It's less than what it would cost me here, so I can't really argue. Detail on this one is fantastic. I remember when I saw the prototype of her as well, and I was like, holy shit, the face is so good. All the little details on her arms and stuff like that, the tattoos, everything is fantastic. The detail on it is absolutely insane. They've really gone to town on this figure. A little bit dated now, but unfortunately that's the nature of when stuff gets made at a time, and then it takes a while to be produced, and then it finally appears. So another one, thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate that, buddy. You've done me a massive favour with this one. Ruby Riot, just holding it here like, wow, we finally got it. It seems like ages ago I saw the prototypes, and then we saw the whole fiasco on Wrestling Figs, and I thought, wow, this is going to be great fun trying to get hold of these. And fortunately, for lack of better words, it wasn't difficult, but I've made a good friend, and I've also, I've got something hasn't cost me an arm and a leg to get. So Ruby Riot, number 2 of 4, fantastic. So right, there's 2 left. There's no surprise that they're going to be. We'll go with this one next. So up next we got Drew McIntyre. Again, awesome figure. I remember seeing the prototype and was like, this dude's so cool. The detail and stuff in it's great. I've seen a few people on Wrestling Figs complain about his weird neck, which, looking at it now, it's a bit odd, but some people have actually heated it up and cut those parts out of his neck and squeezed his face to make him a bit thinner, because people have said his face is a little bit wide. But again, really, really awesome figure. It's kind of based off his NXT run. So I've got a spare men's NXT title. I might chuck that on him and see how he looks. But this was an eBay jobby. I think I paid 30 on this one. Again, it just pays to search around. This was when they were going for silly money. The guy basically said he'd opened it from the packet, had it for an hour or so, and was like, didn't like it, wasn't a fan, so he chucked it on eBay, made him a best offer of 30, and he took it. So works out about 26. Again, it's only £6 more than what it's going to be retail when it comes out here. I don't really suspect these going to appear in Argos for £4 anytime soon. And if they do appear in B&M and stuff like that, then so be it. I doubt it's going to happen because they're desirable pieces. But, I'm happy to pay a little bit above retail on them when they're, at the moment, massively sought after. I had to have it. It's one of those figures, again, saw it in prototype form and was like, this guy is fantastic. I want it now. And that was in November. Some people have had them for a while. I know there's been some people who have obtained figures, that's all I'll say on that, a little while ago. But, this is a production finished version of the figure. No flaws whatsoever. True effect scan is fantastic. This whole fleet of these Series 4 NXT Elites are just absolutely sick. So yeah, Drew McIntyre, just, again, disbelief that he's finally in hand. It's so and last but not least in the box, the one I wanted the most. Let's get that out. I mean, does anyone still collect these things? The one I wanted the most, which was, the minute I saw this at WrestleShop stand in November, I was like, oh my god. Aleister Black. A lot of people are a bit annoyed with Aleister Black because he's on Raw doing fuck all with Ricochet now, but Aleister Black in NXT was fantastic. The guy still is, don't get me wrong, but on his main roster, what are they doing with him? Please don't get lost in the shuffle and disappear to main event. Back to the figure. Again, to my buddy Sean in the US, he messaged me saying he was hitting his local Target. He had a notification that they'd got some boxes in, and he raced out in his car, I presume, to go and grab himself an Aleister Black, and I said, please, if you can get me an Aleister Black, that'd be awesome. You know, no pressure, but if you're on your way and you can get 2 and there's 2 there, I'd really appreciate it. Within 2 hours or so, he messaged me back with a picture of the 2 in the box, in the bag. I was like, dude, you're awesome. He sent me the pictures over the faces and even let me choose which one I wanted, which I thought was just so selfless. This hobby and many hobbies is filled with people who are selfish or only care about themselves, especially with things like this that are sought after. And to have someone who was like completely selfless, just willing to help, knew how much I wanted the figure, was, you know, not willing to extortionate me on the price by saying, yeah, well, they're $100 on eBay, so you can pay me 80 or whatever. He was like, dude, I picked it up for you. You know, you can pay my petrol money and the retail cost of the figure and we'll call it quits. And for that, dude, I thank you so much. Along with Dunn, probably one of the highest, most sought after figures at the moment. You know, having it here in the UK, crazy. Having it anyway, crazy. The detail on him is truly fantastic. You know, the tattoos and stuff are insane. Every little detail you can think of is on there. The head scan on this one is fantastic. You know, he let me choose which one I wanted, which I thought was just totally selfless. I said, can I have that one? He's like, yeah, take whichever one you want and I'll box it up and get it out to you. Arrived with my buddy in the US about a week ago and now with me. And it's crazy to think that, you know, the last 3 weeks I've been sitting there thinking, oh, I really want those NXT TakeOver Series figures. I've got the rest and I need these. I need these ones because I've waited since November. To have them in hand is really surreal and crazy. To own them and have them all together. So that is the last one in the box. An absolutely immense delivery day today. Watch out for the video maybe later where I'll do some poses and stuff. Or just check out the Facebook groups where I'll put some pictures up of these guys and get some detailed shots. But from this box, that's the last piece for today. We got one more thing that I went out and got about half an hour ago, which I'll add on to the end of the video here. And yeah, wow, look at him. He's just blown away, absolutely blown away. One of the best figures I've seen in a long, long time. So yeah, tell a lie, there's actually one box of bits that I haven't gone about, which is in this video, which I'll come back to now. And then I'll show you the figure I've just been to my local Smiths and bought. And then we'll call it a day. So yeah, NXT Series 4, all 4 of them in hand. Thankful, happy, very lucky, fortunate. You know, can't thank the Sean enough and the guys on eBay for just not being selfish, overpriced, and trying to make money on stuff that is desirable. Because we all collect, we all want this stuff, and you know it pays sometimes, pays dividends to help people out. And I like to think that I try and do that where I can with people. Give people pointers and advice and tell them where to go. Or I've got stuff for people before, pick things up for people and stuff. So it pays, and it's nice to be on the receiving end for once, of someone to be completely selfless and just get you something you want, and you know want nothing in return other than just friendship and the fun of talking about figures. So shouts to Sean, massive thank you, buddy. Really appreciate it. I owe you one, and if you ever need anything that's here, just give me a shout. But I'm rambling because I'm just so excited. But yeah. Right, this last little lot, a little bit of a fun story. So I won this little lot on eBay. I was bidding on this, not for any of this stuff, but for, actually, ironically, it came with a set of black Mattel Elite shoulder pads and gauntlets, which I wanted. So I managed to win the auction, albeit a little bit more than I wanted to pay for it, but a load of sets of Jack's LOD shoulder pads, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. I may keep them, I may not. I might sell them on. Now, ironically, there's 2 gauntlets here. One's black, one is red and black. But these gauntlets don't match the ones that come with the Legends black Legion of Doom Elites. So, odd. But yeah, I basically won it for the Elite versions of the shoulder pads and the gauntlets. Just a bit of history. So I won a complete animal on eBay with a Brie Bella figure of all things. Again for like $30, which was peanuts for that figure. Obviously, we needed Hawk to go with him, so I kept searching, and as it always is, I found a pair of them without any accessories, but in mint condition. So we had Hawk and Animal without the bits, but I had an Animal with bits. Fun of collecting. What I did is I sold the Animal loose to a good friend of mine. He bought that recently, and that went off. And then, as per what I just talked about with the gauntlets in the other auction, I saw these shoulder pads and the gauntlets with the other ones, the Jax ones. Bid it on the auction, that all came through, and then I added it to Hawk here to complete the set. So Hawk on his own, impossible to find complete. Mock is mental money. So to have these two loose is fantastic. I'm a big LOD fan. I don't really follow them when they were in their black NWA gear like this, but to have them in a set complete, probably worth a little bit, to be fair, pretty penny. That's part of the fun though, right? So getting them complete was a task, but it's done. It's another little thing I can tick off the list, and just look how sweet they look in the collection. Lots of fun, interesting stuff in here, which we'll come back to at another time. Everyone's favourite rapey uncle. It shouldn't be so funny. Hacksaw. Finally got 2x4 for my other hacksaw as well. Shouts to Jeff on those. Sorted me out. Everyone loves that cane. We're going off topic. One day I should do a figure go through and show you what I've got, because it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, so the black shoulder pads and black gauntlets. Finished off Hawk. Another set of LOD done. I think that's set 2 or 3. I've got a red set in my fodder box that will go towards a set of customs, which is another topic for another time. So yeah, might want to click stop. And then last but not least, my local Smiths has all of Elite 66 in, which at the moment I can't afford after spending all the money on this stuff. But I wanted Nikki Cross because I knew I was going to get Killian Dane through today. So EY is coming next week. So got Nikki Cross from my local Smiths. Face scan is awesome on this one, although she does look better when she's got all the gear on. So we'll rip her out of her packaging and see how she looks. But yeah, Elite 66, they had the Chase Owens and the Chase Aiden as well, and I was like, need to walk away because I've spent enough this month on these plastic crack. So Nikki Cross, Elite 66, again I saw this in prototype form at Wrestle Shop back in November and was like, I have to have that, and the whole series. Other figures in there include Kurt Angle, which I saw in person, which looks great. AJ Styles I got the other day, which I'll come back to at another time. He had a great face scan on the first one, sarcasm. Kevin Owens, which I want because he's got his current attire. Bludgeon's Brothers are great figures, but cannot find for love nor money. Might be a Ringside Collectibles jobby on those. And the joke is that this series now is actually old when it comes to Ringside Collectibles, so they'll start dropping the price on these when 67 and 68 come out. I know 67 dropped last week, so these are like now $19.99, which is about 15 quid. So it kind of pays, and in a situation like mine, you know, I could have probably ordered her from the States, but I wanted it now. So in the future, I mean, it's difficult because obviously I do these big bulk orders from the States. So maybe in future, if I want something enough, I'll kind of do it where I order them at the same time from Ringside Collectibles, because it's frustrating because I really feel for guys like Toys and Masks who are trying to keep up with the Mattel stuff that's going on and trying to keep their pricing fair and struggling because the supply and demand is insane. And the cat wants to get in the box. So I feel their pain, and you know, for me, it's difficult because I could buy from Will and spend $18.99 on this figure, but then spend £4 postage, or I could frustratingly get on a bus that takes me to my local Smiths, be there in 5 minutes, and get it now. So it's a double-ended sword, and it's frustrating because, you know, I want to support people like Will, who's a good guy, who, you know, takes a lot of shit from people because Mattel causing problems. Pete Dunne, you know, that's all I'm going to say about that. A ridiculous situation. I'm rambling, it's bollocks. The whole situation is bollocks, basically, and if I didn't have to go to Smith's and I could order from other people and know that I'm going to get something good and, you know, pay a lot less, you would. But so it's double-ended sword. You know, it's pros and cons. There is stuff that Will's got that I want, and I'm going to go to his warehouse and buy some stuff that I don't need, because there's, you know, why not? I'm going to throw that cat in the box and call it a day. So yeah, I'll unbox some of this stuff, take some pictures and put them on the Facebook groups and that. And yeah, it's been awesome, guys. Really good day today. I'm running out of space. It's a problem. I'm addicted. So yeah, ClarkieCollector signing out. One day we'll do a little tour of all of this. Take it easy, guys.